It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl.
Hey yo, what up?
The Hallis Trophy and a date at the Super Bowl await one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now run with right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They run again with right. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Can't let him run wide.
It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off play action, it's Fields. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Here's Fields to throw. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down throw for Fields. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Fields out of the gun. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions finish up an excellent opening series.
Yes, man.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
You gotta get off the field on those, man.
Point after converted from Cardi. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Starting at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
Off the field.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 29. This one's taken in by Hill. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
What up, Dre? What up, CEO? What up, boys?
First down, ball at the 36. On the give, it's Brooks. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Again, it's Brooks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks.
Oh my gosh.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Try to cut off to his left.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Pass play now.
No.
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Carolina in punt formation. That's grabbed at the 10. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
would've got
56 yards in the end.
may have gotten the first
And the
down.
Lions will take over with a lot of field ahead of them.
I had to beat his user.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rank gets it, headed right. Jukes one defender. Big
Stretch.
gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Fumble.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want
machine,
from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Here's a give for Wright. Still has room inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Cardi down
All right,
for
and then a
the
little
PAT.
hole. Gets
Extra point sent right down the
arguably the
middle.
best team in the league.
And the Lions drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Converted.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made.
That's why.
And they limit the damage on the return,
Kickoff,
but
Jimmy.
it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
And he's
Be in trouble.
on the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Dumps it off to his running back. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
3rd and just 2 to go. Fields throwing here. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Do that.
And the Panthers are stopped just outside their own
Can't do
end
that.
zone after the
Run
interception.
one.
This our last play of the quarter. Throwing from his own end zone. Pass complete to Wiley. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Got out of the
We're
hole.
1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's a 2-score game early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
Where we would have been if we would have gotten tackled in the end zone.
We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll try to attack
Got
this
stars on everybody
deficit
but
starting with 1st and
2,
10.
3. Crazy. Oh, it's just
Straight
not
ahead,
blocking.
here's Brooks. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Free runner.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connects with Wiley. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Third down from the gun. That's caught for the first. And the nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's a throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does,
What a
and the hit knocks it
animation.
free, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing
crazy.
your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Looking for a throw here. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Quite the strike to his tight end.
That was close.
And the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it
Good
should
drive,
be simple.
boys.
Just
Good drive.
plaster that
99
Throw
yards.
bodies at him in coverage, but stopping
Needed
the tight end
that.
in the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running behind center with right.
Bro.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races.
Where is he just...
He will go, touchdown Detroit. The Lions take a 13-point lead.
I do all that work. They were
Jalen
running
Reed
trash.
with the touchdown.
80.
Cardi now for the PAT.
70.
Right down the middle, it's good.
Who the freak
And the
runs track?
Lions double their lead to 14.
Never mind.
Cardi has it all
felt
teed
that.
up and ready to send it away.
It's overpowered in this game.
Set to return, it's Chuba Hubbard. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds his target, Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These defenders, they can just feel
Why
it.
do-
A couple scores in the game, and you know what the other side is starting to do. They're starting to press, and you're going to start to see a little bit more pass. And that's when these defenders pin their ears back. They get home, and they create havoc in a sack, just like that.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long.
No.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Bro.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Lions will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's a give inside to right. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that
Gotta
play
be
pretty
audible
indicative of it.
against the
Here's the
line.
key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's Fields.
No.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Fields. Catch made left side by Laporta. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
What are we doing?
Just
I got
excellent
it.
effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was
You
not
guys playing
content for a
inside
second
leverage.
to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Running right. Here's right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now right. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
I need that pig, man. I need that pig.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Juke is unstoppable with him.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in
He's
front of them.
freaking ran
You
for
set up big
400
runs
yards
like this
against me.
because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Right. Will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
shaking my head,
Well,
cool.
Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Power squib kick is taken in.
Oh!
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Throwing from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They're throwing it. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. They're going for this. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Running it with Wright. He finds space into the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And
he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Lions grow their lead yet again. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Hubbard with a return here. This return makes it up to the 25.
All right, let's get back in this.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. From the 34. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. Looking to the air here. He puts some juice on a deep throw.
No way, dude. He's way over his head.
And the Lions get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
He puts some power on a deep one left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here's Wright on the carry. Along the sideline, past midfield.
Don't even deserve
They
that
get 13 on the pickup, and that gives the Lions the 1st.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. A give to Wright. And this is only a short gain. He's stopped down at the 33. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Play action, Fields. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Fields on 3rd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are finally tackled on the return after taking it all the way back to the opposing 40.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
No way
They're able to drop him.
Stop it.
And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's now the 3rd sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over?
Full palm somebody's
game
over.
time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack.
Legal contact.
Caught out It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Having the firepower on the offensive line.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun here. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Terry on Arnold has it.
God, messed this game up. It could be 21-7. It could be freaking 28-14. Should be a two-score game. Just not. Just not.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
New set of downs for him at the 38. This is right. This is ahead for about 5. Renardo Green with that tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Right with the first
How is
down
my
and more.
back?
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
Yeah.
Jalen Wright with the touchdown.
Get out of
Far
here.
from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Touchdown.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hand off here for Brooks. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for A. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now. On the move, headed right. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the carry, this is Brooks. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
This time it's a passing play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
A big loss on the play. It's now 2nd and goal.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Trying again following the sack. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Scored.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Brooks will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Well, get the playoff.
Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl.
14. I got 7.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they give to Brooks.
Oh my
And not a lot
gosh.
of room for him as he's brought down. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Panthers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now a run with Wright. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, sometimes football and poker have a lot in common. You don't want to tell at the poker table, and you don't want one at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes just it's alignment. It's the way these linemen breathe. It's the blood in their knuckles the defenders read and react to. I think that time a tell was in play because the defense was all over that counter before it could get started.
A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have
I'm
3rd
surprised if
and 2.
he does the RPO or
You
something.
make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a give read.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Now run here with Blake Corum. And the middle holes. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Now a give on the counter. And this
Why
one
couldn't we
doesn't
play like
go
this
far.
early?
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They run again with Wright. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 6.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
To the air, 3rd and long. He's got a man left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Oh my gosh.
On the handoff, it's Corum. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. 3 yards the pickup. Now it's 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Williams coming in motion right. Here's a give for Wright.
Really? Score, you dickhead.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Lions on the favorable end of this blowout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Taking timeout.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Should have scored.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
2nd down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. Corum has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them.
Oh,
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown.
I probably would have bounced off anything.
The Lions keep running away with this. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Lions continue piling onto this lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. From the 40 on 2nd down. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They're trying something here. They fake the spike. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Got his target. It's Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Again to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just 1 step and 1 trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Charlotte.
I don't know if I call it ski. Bro, cool, don't act. See, that's extra motivation for you because you're a Lions fan and have hate for Green Bay. Oh man, I should have freaking upgraded these dudes. Damn it. I messed up. Fudge. $55. You're an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Yeah, and you slashed your own neck. Bum. You bum. Feds, you bum. Oh, are we at the Super Bowl? Nice. Should be MVP. How do you see overalls? You see overalls in this? Nope. Maybe it's depth charts. No, not that one. The other one. How can you see that? You see everybody? Nope. Can't see